driven a 2018 Ford F-250 6.7 Powerstroke Lariat on 22x12 forges, or fuel forges, my bad, on 37-inch tires. As far as you know, all know on the channel, I have driven an older model 6.7, which was BIT 6.7's 2011 F-250, and that was the older body style. This is the new, of course, the aluminum body style that a lot of people are loving. And I'll be honest with you, when I first saw them, when they first came out, I was not a huge fan of them. I didn't like the front end, didn't like the way they look, anything like that. But as time went on and as I saw them lifted, especially like this, I've come to really grow and love them because just the way they look and their stance and everything. They look fantastic truck. Of course, the 6.7 motor, you can't go wrong with it. Ford did the 6.7 motor completely right when they started out. Yes, they did have some turbo issues in the very early years of that, but once you get to this year, 2018, 2017, even the 15s and newer, that's not necessarily an issue anymore. It's like with any new truck and new motor. You're gonna have issues when you first start. But the aluminum body F-250s and the F-150s and the F-350s and even the 450, when they came out, a lot of people were skeptical about the aluminum body and how much it would hold up and everything. Well, there's been some instances where people have had some issues with them, but other than that, they are a fantastic choice, especially if you live up north and you don't have to worry about it rusting out and making holes in your body because of all the salt and grime and stuff on the road. This truck, of course, is not bone stock whatsoever. On a 3-inch level lift by Ready Lift, you're looking at 22x12 fuel forges, and there are the 29 series, and he has them powder coated red, which it makes this truck stand out so much better with this white platinum like pearl paint job they have on it with a little bit of pearl sparkle in it. It really comes out in the sunlight. You're also looking at it's been fully deleted, fully tuned. Delete, of course, the DPF bypass, EGR delete, 4-inch turbo back exhaust. It does not have an air intake yet because you have to custom fab those with these trucks. Your typical stuff. And let's just say this thing will get up and run. We'll lay into just a little bit right here. And that was only half throttle. These things will get up and run even on 37-inch tall tires. That's right, this thing's on a 3-inch level lift and on 37s. The wheel wells in these trucks and the way these trucks ride from factory is so daggum high, and the wheel wells are so great on these Fords. You can fit 37s without even having to cut, trim, nothing like that. It's a fantastic, these trucks are so great when lifting them because you can run 35s on just a 2-inch leveling kit. And then, of course, he's running 37s on a 3-inch level lift. Now, if he ran a wider stance, like you're thinking maybe 14s or 16 wides, then yeah, you'll probably get into some fitment issues of rubbing or something like that, especially if your turn and suspension lifts up, or you flex the suspension out. But other than that, these trucks are just fantastic. Of course, it's the Lariat package. You got the heated cooled seats. They got the cool seats on right now, which feel amazing. The center console, center, infotainment system. Ford really upped their game on this infotainment system than the last models. It's night and day difference. The Sync 2, I think that's what they call it, is just a whole lot better than the Sync 1 that was plagued with issues. The interiors on these trucks are just second to none. Other than the Laramie Longhorn or the limited edition on the Cummins, they're pretty much par and par with them right there. Chevy still has a long way to catch up in my opinion, but these interiors are fantastic. The seats are nice and comfortable. They bolster you very well. This truck is just for an all-around truck for towing, hauling, having fun, date night with your girlfriend or your other significant other. Anything like that, these trucks are the way to go. And the mod list for these trucks are second to none. You can go from anything from a 2-inch leveling kit all the way up to a 14-inch plus lift by Striker Off-Road and running 42-inch tires and 30 by 16 wheels from American Force. These trucks are just fantastic. The tow mirrors, they look really, really good. I wasn't, again, sure about the tow mirrors when they first came out, but as I've seen the trucks now as I'm driving them, they're a fantastic truck. When the 6.7 first came out, it had a lot riding on your shoulders. You went from a 6.0 Powerstroke that was just plagued with issues. Like, the whole thing about the 6.0 was just issue after issue after issue until you bulletproofed them. But then they came out with the 6.4. Again, they did a little bit better on some areas, but the 6.4 was again plagued with even more issues, kind of, than the 6.0. You had piston crack issues. The turbo piping would crack after a certain amount of miles on it, and just a bunch of issues with these trucks. So when the 6.7 came out, it had a lot riding on its shoulders, and Ford completely blew it out of the park. Stock, this truck's probably makes about 440 horsepower and just under 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. With the tunes on it right now, it's right around the 500, 550 range to the wheels, and well over 1,000 foot-pounds of torque, probably closer to 1,300 foot-pounds of torque to about the wheels, and that is plenty for this truck. A lot of people get caught up in the diesel world now of the highest horsepower, highest this, highest that. And don't get me wrong, throwing up 1,000 horse on the dyno with almost 2,000 foot-pounds of torque is always awesome to see. But in a daily driver, and like his application where he drives this to school every day, tows with it, daily drives it, 500 horsepower is plenty in this truck, especially with the way this transmission is in this truck. It's a 6-speed auto, but it's a self-learning transmission. It'll learn your driving habits, learn how you drive. Even on tunes, these things learn how you drive, and you learn how your driving habits, like the Chevys do. I wish Ram would come out with something like that, but hopefully they'll do it here in the near future. But it's a self-learning trans. He does have trans tunes on, which all he does is put up the line pressure more, because these self-learning trans are very hard to tune out, like from a tuning perspective. But like I said before, these things they've been known to hold on a dyno completely stock trans at about 800 horsepower. You can't go wrong with that at that point if you got a stock trans at 800 horsepower. But again, also you got the problem with longevity of a trans at 800 horsepower. They do make, of course, Suncoast make trans for these trucks. A bunch of trans companies makes parts for these trucks. So you can build these trans out the wazoo to anything you really want. But you know, it's a great truck. Of course, everyone's probably gonna ask in the comments, what's the fuel economy on this truck? He's saying it's about 17 miles to a gallon. He is not easy on this truck. If you babied it, probably you would get 20 out of it, which is fantastic for this size of truck with this size wheels and tires on it. But I mean, the power on tap, and he runs it on the hot tune. Runs on the hot tune all the time, gets that kind of mileage, and like just a tap of a foot, you just got the power on tap just like that. And I know some people are going to say in the comments, well, I've got a buddy of mine that's got this and this Powerstroke, and I got a buddy of mine. We get it. There's people out there that've got a crap ton more horsepower than this. But at the end of the day, you can drive it no problem. You can throw the keys to your girlfriend. She can drive it no problem. And you're not worried about it skating all over the road, breaking the rear end loose, doing something really, really stupid. Of course, it's got track bars on this thing, which makes the world of difference. On a diesel, you need track bars, especially when you tune them. The axle wrap is horrible with these trucks, with any diesel, honestly. And it just plants the power down to the ground. Future mods, he wants to build the trans up to about 1,000 horsepower, so he has room to play with the engine, do some little odds and ends here and there, lift the truck a little bit more, run some 40-inch tires. But other than that, like, this truck drives straight. It's not all over the road. I'm not fighting the steering wheel while I do this review with you guys. It is a fantastic truck. So I want to thank him so much for letting me drive this truck. I very much appreciate it. His Instagram link, of course, popped up in the beginning of this video. And, of course, the link is down in the description. Make sure you follow him, guys. He's always doing something different with this truck. So make sure you follow that. I want to thank him so much for letting me drive this truck. Comment down below what you think of these aluminum body F-250s, the 6.7 Powerstrokes. If you like them, if you hate them, what you like about them, what you don't like about them. Other than that, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Join the Trucks and Water family. We're constantly growing and changing and trying new and better things. Thank you all so much for the support lately. It's been awesome. Like this video, guys, like I said before, because it also helps build the channel and help us grow and get out to more and more people. Other than that, guys, I hope you all have a great day, and remember, never give up on your dreams.